Yeah, just...
Serious.
You're going to do it topless?
No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because you pressed the play button and you took the shirt off.
I mean, I'm sure that would get views. Somewhere. I figured you're in black, I should be in black.
Okay. Well, go lay down, fish.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, ASMR and Halloween family? Here's your boy, Christopher Cologne, and I am back with another video. So this video is, we're going to be testing Leslie's serial killer knowledge. So, she's all into serial killers and everything and all that type of stuff. So, that's what we're going to do. Okay, Miss Leslie, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, now some of this stuff you're probably not going to know because I just went through asking different shit. Okay, so how many known serial killers has there been in the U.S. since 1900? Like from the 1900s to now. And it don't have to be exact because it's just like an approximate.
50.
50? You want to go up? Like go up.
200.
Okay. Depending on the source, what I was reading, it says depending on the source, it is approximately 3,000 to 5,000.
What?
That's just the U.S. Yeah, like there's a lot of fucking serial killers.
3,000?
Yeah, and that 3 to 5,000, anywhere between. That's just and it said that's just depending on the source. Yeah, so
my God.
Yeah, there's been a lot of serial killers.
That's a lot.
Okay, so number two is how many active serial killers are currently active in the U.S. And what I said is, and what
100.
I looked at, close, you went over though. It says the FBI says there are anywhere from 25 to 50 active at all times. There's 25 to 50 active. So
conspiracy.
Okay, now number 3, infamous female serial killers. So this is fun. Give me 5 women serial killers.
Okay. Eileen Wuornos.
Okay, yeah, because she's on here. She was one of the ones that I wrote down.
One of the other ones, thanks to Bayless Arian, all I know is Aquatafana.
Okay.
But it was the Blood Countess.
She was what?
The Blood Countess.
Okay, see, I didn't even get that. So, but yeah.
Let me think, there's another female.
But Eileen, how you pronounce her last name? Wuornos was in 89 to 90 and she killed 7 men in Florida. She shot and killed her clients during sex work, claiming self-defense. And
she was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, she's the one that Charlize Theron did the movie, what is it called? Monster. Yeah, so, and then, yeah, so, I just did 3, I didn't do 5, so, and you said who?
I said the Blood Countess.
Okay, yeah, say I didn't write them down. Okay, and the second one that I wrote down is Dorothy Puente.
Oh, yeah, Dorothea Puente.
Dorothy.
Oh, yeah, that was the killer granny.
Okay, so it's pronounced Dorothea. Because that's how it's Dorothea.
Dorothea.
So I don't.
Yeah, Dorothea Fuente. That bitch was crazy too.
Yeah, and that was in the 1980s. She killed 9 elderly or mentally ill boarders at her Sacramento boarding house. And she buried the bodies in the yard.
So that one, there is a, wait till you're done with that.
Okay, go.
So there is a documentary thing about her on Netflix. It's called Worst Roommate Ever. And she owned a boarding house or whatever, right? But she would...
I thought that was my computer at first.
So what she would do is she was like really heavy into like politics and stuff, but she was somehow like independently wealthy. So she would like be all in like everybody's face pretty much, so nobody expected it would be her.
Yeah.
She would get the families to sign over, or the people to sign over like their disability checks and stuff like that to her.
That's what I was reading.
Yeah, she would like completely like take over everything, and then when the families would call, she'd be like, oh no, such and such, they left. Meanwhile, they're murdered beneath their floorboards.
That
was crazy.
Up. Then we have Jane Chopin, or Chopin. Jane Chopin. That's supposed to be a J. I don't know. Maybe it was a T. But her nickname was Jolly Jane.
I've heard of Jolly Jane.
And she was in the late 19th and early 20th century. She killed 31 people, and she killed them she was a nurse, and she killed them by experimenting and poisoning them. She was found not guilty by insanity in 1902 and was put in a mental asylum. That's crazy. You kill 31 people and you're just labeled as insane.
There's another person. Well, she's not from the United States. She was from, I think, Britain. I'm not 100% sure. But she was also a nurse. But she was a pediatric nurse. And she killed newborns that were in, like, the NICU.
Oh, damn. That's fucked up.
Yeah. She would, like, she would act like she was doing something with their IV or whatever, and pretty much make an air bubble in there. And she killed a bunch of newborn infants that were already on, ventilators and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was a bunch of babies. It's like, dude, you couldn't, like, you want to kill people?
I mean,
babies.
Technically, if you're like that, you are nuts. But man, if you're like that, you're just beyond insane. You're beyond insane. You're not just crazy. You're fucking disgusting and vile.
I just think at like a certain point, like you're just not human anymore.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Okay, and now number 4. The fourth question is, how many people did Samuel Little kill?
Was it 300? Or no?
Yeah, it was 93. Well, it was 93 between
93.
70 and he killed Samuel Little killed between 93 and 70, killed 93 people between 70 and 2005.
I thought it was higher than that.
Okay, now number 5. Quit looking at the paper.
I'm looking.
Number 5 is, who is named Monster of the Andes? This is not an American. So, because some of these I put on here, they're not American.
I can't remember the name. I've seen it before.
It's Pedro Lopez. Pedro Lopez, and he killed over 300
That's
people.
the one, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Pedro Lopez, a monster of the Andes, killed over 300 people. Okay, now number 6. Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure I got it. A British doctor named Dr. Death murdered approximately 250 patients over a 20-year span. What is his real name? And this took place in Britain.
That ain't Kevorkian.
No, Kevorkian was here anyway.
Who is it?
It's Harold Shipman.
Shipman.
No, Ship.
Oh.
Shipman. It's kind of like shipping my pants. Like the Kmart commercial.
Yeah.
Okay, and now number 7. At least how many people did Jack the Ripper kill?
No, it's like 8 or 10.
5.
5.
I mean, he probably did kill like 8 or 10, but it was at least he killed at least 5. So.
And one of his kills, in Terrifier 2, Art the Clown, doesn't kill like Jack the Ripper.
Oh really?
Yeah, they based one of his kills on that.
Okay. Now,
which is pretty sick. Like if it really happened the way that Art the Clown did, that was fucked up.
Now you'll probably know this one.
Thank God. Testing my knowledge, dumb bitch.
What was John Wayne Gacy's nickname? Now you definitely should know this because I mean you were just talking about what you were just talking about.
The Killer Clown.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I was trying to think of was it Patches the Clown or something like that? What the name was?
See, now I don't know much about this stuff. Like this ain't my forte at all. This type of stuff. She mentioned it earlier, and I was like, oh well, we could do that. And I tossed out a couple ideas.
I tell you, the John Wayne Gacy thing, like the story is awful. Like no matter what you do, but like nothing brings that to like life. When you see like that museum that me and my child went to in Savannah, like they have the pictures of all of the victims on the walls, you know, like a normal picture, not like anything death like that, but and then they have like an actual thing of the crawl space that they were found in. Like it just makes it like real, like for people that don't live in that area. Like that's just insane. The whole thing, like you hear the stories and stuff and you're like, damn, that's bad, but then like you see that kind of stuff and it's like, the fuck would I do if I lived in that town, you know? Like, and the fact that somebody lives on that land now, like
I wouldn't want to.
There is no way I could do that. I couldn't even be their neighbor.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Like I'm leaving. I'm jumping ship.
Now the way you like shit like this, I'm surprised you wouldn't want to be all up in the mix of the history of it.
Like there's a difference in like for me, I look at more of like the psychology part of it. Like I'm not into the whole like the death part of it. I'm boring you.
No, you're not boring me.
I'm more into like the psychological side of it, like mannerisms and like how people deal with other people and stuff like that. Just I guess from my own awareness and like my kids coming up and stuff. But there's a difference in like learning about all of that and like seeing it and knowing about it and all that, and then being around like those areas, like just being around the artifacts of like his artwork. Like there was like dirt from his grave, like there was his actual shovel in this museum. Being around that, the energy that is in just that area of that stuff,
Yeah.
it makes you feel that heaviness. So I could not imagine being in that, like visiting that neighborhood or something. like, his negativity that's on that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to be around it for long, that's for sure.
Okay, now, okay, so now we're at number 9. Number 9 is, what year was Ted Bundy executed?
He was executed in, was it sometime in the 90s or the 2000s?
No, 89.
Really?
That's what it said. What I was looking
That's
at,
right,
it said
right
89.
before 90, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he was executed right around the same time that I think Casey was called or something like that.
Oh, no. Okay, now number 10. How many years was Jeffrey Dahmer sentenced to? Or you could just tell me how many consecutive life sentences he was given.
It's like 13.
Close to it, 15.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, and he didn't serve, but I think a couple of years, if that, because he actually was imprisoned with the brother of one of his victims. And
He got killed, what?
he beat his head in.
Shit, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
Dude at all.
I think it was just a couple of years, though.
Okay, now number 11. Who was the Night Stalker? What was his real name?
Oh,
I've heard you say this name before, so
yes.
I know you know it.
I do. Now that name is gonna leave me. Richard Ramirez.
Yep. Okay, now number 12. James Edmund Cullen. Victims. How many victims was there of James Edmund Collins?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I should have looked into some of them more. But 29 and suspected 35.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. James Edmund.
Cullen.
Oh, Charles Edmund.
Oh, did I say James?
Yes.
Oh shit. Damn. Okay. I don't know how in the hell I got James out of Charles.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
so
fine.
now Thug Bahram. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Thug Behram. Killed 930 people, and he's the deadliest killer of this country. What country is it?
Argentina.
No. Thug Bahram. I guess it's like India.
Oh, India.
Yeah.
Bringing in India. Okay.
Okay. What are 5 serial killers that were executed?
That have been executed.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy.
Yep.
John Wayne Casey. Eileen Wuornos. Richard Ramirez.
Okay. Well, you got 2 of them so far. 2 of the ones that I wrote down. I wrote down 5, but Velma Barfield in 1976, and she was the first woman to be executed by lethal injection, and she was the first execution that happened after capital punishment was brought back in. I think in that state, I can't remember which state it is.
I can't remember what she did.
I don't remember either. Like if I would have, I probably should. What I should have done was write more of this stuff down. And then Gary Ray Bowles, the I-95 killer, he was executed in 2019. And then Eileen Wuornos in 2002. And Danny Rolling, he was the Gainesville Ripper, and he was executed in 2006.
That's the one. He was the one that inspired Scream. He inspired Ghostface.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that motherfucker he was fucked up. He's the one
years was he doing all that shit?
He was like, it was like 80s, 90s, I think.
And was that in Tennessee?
No,
'Cause it's
Florida.
Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Okay, because
Florida.
Gainesville's in Tennessee too, right? Ain't there a Gainesville too? There's another Gainesville.
I think it's Georgia. There's a Gainesville, Georgia.
I was thinking Georgia, but I was also thinking there was one in Tennessee too.
It's in Florida, but he was actually active around the same times as Ted Bundy.
Okay. Oh, so it was longer than...
Yeah.
Okay. Now, H.H. Holmes confessed to how many murders?
30.
No. Close. 27.
Oh.
Yeah, you were close to it.
Damn.
So,
I really, I wish that I had the time to go back to that museum now in Savannah, because they were building an H.H. Holmes exhibit in there that was supposed to be open during the fall.
oh, really?
Yeah. And it's a great face museum in Savannah, Georgia, in case you're wondering.
See, I didn't even have to write extra stuff down, really, for this. But it's too bad I couldn't have got him in the frame better. Oh, Winston Werewolf. Yeah, see, like the serial killer shit, even though I love Halloween, serial killer and shit, just Jason and stuff like that really isn't my thing. Even though I try to do this serial killer motherfucker character on here a lot. But, yeah, my thing is more like goofy shit, really, you know? Goofy shit, monsters for Halloween.
I've always, been interested in anything that had to do with, psychology and stuff like that. So, for me, and I'm a girl, so I'm nosy. So anything for me is any of that type of stuff is well, why did they do that? What made them think about that? What made them want to murder?
See, now it's weird because as much as I love psychology, the whole serial killer thing doesn't really interest me like that. It's weird. It's more like, I don't know, I guess it's more so like how, medical problems and different stuff with life just affects people. More like, that's the reason why, if I were to go for psychiatry and stuff like that, I would like to go for neuropsychiatric, because I'd like to see how different structural things are affecting the psychiatric part of the brain.
Yeah.
So,
which, I mean, in some instances, in some people, we'll just take Eileen Wuornos, for example. In her, if you ever watch any of the videos of her, when she was being questioned, when she was about to be executed, she had something wrong mentally. She could sit there and have a conversation about one thing, and then as soon as they would trigger something, she was off and angry. And that was what had triggered her to start killing anyways, because she just literally would snap. And you can see it in I think it's literally the video before she was put to death the next day. She's in there talking to the media, and she just her eyes just get big, you can see it become her.
yeah.
And there is a commonality in a lot of the ones who did certain murders, or I guess had a certain style or whatever. It would all stem from you could go back to their medical records and see abuse or something in their background.
Yeah.
So essentially, and then you have Hernandez, the NFL star.
CTE.
Yeah. So, you know, it plays a big role in some of these things. You know, it does have to do with the brain and triggering and stuff. So
See, and that's like
I'm more, I guess, into like the emotional side, whereas you would be more into like the actual like science and physical side.
yeah, because like that's like with me. And like how I've talked about that surgeon, you know, the couple surgeons I was listening to that had people with, that had patients with, that were having that were in a cognitive deficit. And whenever after they did the surgery, the decompression surgery for the Chiari, their cognitive abilities increased instead of, continuing to decrease. And like with the head injuries I've had, the concussions and all that shit, and then the Chiari, I think that's my, problem cognitively and psychiatric. That's like how I told you that one time, how all of a sudden shit hit me. And it's not just oh, I'm sad. It's a wave over my body. Like the time that I got so depressed, I just sat in there on that toilet. That shit hit me. I sat down on the toilet, and all I wanted to do was get up, go in the kitchen, grab a knife, and slice my wrist open. I just wanted to die. But the feeling on me was so heavy, I couldn't make myself do it. And then after probably like an hour and a half of sitting there like that, I snapped out of it and I was fine again. And it's shit like that throughout the years, and the way I go into different things, like depression, or I get happy, or damn, just different stuff. And I think that's what it is. I think my memory, everything that is like the way the Chiari affects me physically, I think it affects me mentally the same way too.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I say if they would just fix the guy, if they would, there's technically no fixing, because with Chiari it's just treatment. So, and you could have the decompression surgery and it can make you worse. But yeah, I would like to. Oh, what the fuck was I saying? What was I saying? How you tell me you weren't paying attention without telling me you weren't paying attention?
I don't know.
Okay,
when he gets on a tangent, I go into my special place.
Well, she's heard the shit millions of times anyway. So, but anyway, y'all, since I can't remember what the hell I was talking about, I remember what I was talking about, but I don't remember the point that I was getting at. But, yeah, I'd make a hell of a doctor, wouldn't I? Be in the middle of diagnosing a patient and being like, well, shit, hold up, I forgot, man, you're gonna have to come back.
We're gonna have to reread your chart. So sorry.
But anyway, yeah, y'all, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if y'all want us to, let me know, and we'll do something else like this by the time Halloween comes. So, because we still got, 3 weeks from now? Close to 3 weeks.
Something like that.
So, I'm gonna get off here. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. And peace.